everybody, and welcome back to Let's Get Steamy, where I'm playing through my Steam library, starting with the worst games first. The giveaway for Urizen Shadows of the Cold happened, and the gift has been sent to the winner. Hopefully he enjoys it. I know he has a controller, so he can play it. This is Penny. She is a 14-year-old Siamese, and this week she decided that she was going to kind of help with the audio portion of making videos, which I didn't realize until after I had made them. And she wants to get out of here now and reveal the fact that she's covered my tits in fur. So yeah, she is on the recordings, the audio recordings this week. And she's got a very distinct Siamese voice, which I was unaware of until I met her. But I'll put a little clip of her doing her thing here so you can hear it. Come here. Come here. Hi. Hello. Hi. Oh, it's okay. So yes, a very angelic voice indeed, and so there's not a little kid yelling in the background of my videos. It's her, and she also got up on my lap and decided to do some purring. So there's some of that too. Not sure if you can really hear that, but that's what's going on. So let's get to the games. Trijinx. It's a match 3 game, and they've decided that we need a storyline for this, so they've introduced it in the comic book type style of story. So you have these vases at the top, and you need to match that color to fill the vase up, and then you fill up the next vase, and that's how you win each level. Around each of these hexagram boards is a timer that's slowly ticking down. You got the little bomb piece thingies that'll blow up anything in proximity, and then the wild cards, which act as wild cards. I thought you had to press the little rotate buttons at the bottom of the screen, but no, you can just use the arrow keys on the keyboard, so that made it a little bit easier. When you beat a level, one of the dudes on the side will kind of unpetrify, and then you get to go through. This is a kind of a different type mode. If you get 3 of the same in the row, you get a little scarab in the little bottom left, and then you can eliminate all of that color, which is helpful sometimes. You want to get rid of that crap. One of the hardest levels I found was when they gave you 3 vases of the same color. They never give you more than 3 colors in the game, so I mean, that's kind of usually something in match 3 that they do. They add additional colors to make the difficulty harder, but they just stuck to these 3. They just kind of made the boards a little harder, which they weren't really that difficult. You just keep rotating. Another mode they had was you kind of match the shape in the upper right hand corner to one available on the board, which was not hard. Grail to the Thief. It's marketed as a game, but it's actually kind of just an audio book, and it's supposed to be a choose your own adventure type book, but I've found that even though you are given several choices on some of the pages, ultimately you need to select the proper one to advance the story, so it'll always take you back to the original choices until you select the one they want. So it's not really a choose your own adventure in the classic sense. So it's the story of some dude with a time machine, and he's trying to steal the Holy Grail. The voice acting for it is actually pretty good. It's well done. It's got a different human being doing each voice, so kudos to them for actually paying people to do the voice acting. They sound like they know what they're doing. However, it's a very short adventure. Eventually I didn't feel like waiting for the people to speak the lines, and I just read them and selected the choices, which made the whole thing kinda go a lot faster. It only took me 20 minutes to get through the entire story, and it would be more amusing had I let the voice actors speak their lines, because they do add a lot of of humor to the game. However, I just couldn't get into it. They are making a sequel, and maybe they will add a little bit more than just some generic backgrounds or whatever, just so that people have a little bit more, to look at and do. Which is Heroes and Magic. Okay, I think this is some kind of RPG-ish type thing. When I first started up, I thought, holy crap, I thought my computer could handle Ultra, but apparently, no, I guess my computer's not that good. So I restarted it on crap graphics, and then I realized in the bottom right-hand corner we have a time feature, and this feature will sometimes slow down time for some reason. I think I'm dying here. I didn't always have control of my movements and actions. Sometimes I'll just flail out one of these things from my body. They also give you units you can use. I got me a pretty Pegasus unicorn thing out of a chest, so now I get to ride that around. Finally figured out how to accept quests by clicking on the exclamation points above the quest givers instead of the quest givers themselves. And to kill dudes, similarly, you click on the thing above their heads, and then you'll auto attack them. There's not really much to the combat besides clicking on that thing above their head, and then you'll just throw stuff at them, and time will slow down for some reason. I don't know why. Didn't really help at all. Maybe it's something that helps later on in the game, but to me it was just frustrating. I didn't like it one bit. So that's this game. You don't get to choose a character. You have to play as this chick with her fanciful helm and pointy upturned nipples. So if that's your thing, then maybe this game is for you. Maybe if you like your time randomly slowing down and your nipples super pointy, then you should get this game. This is for you. Match 3 Revolution. It's a little nosy wanting to know where I'm from and all, but okay. We got some different levels going on here. Some kind of unnecessary weapons. I think I've seen something like that before in a different game. In our first level, all we have to do is click on clusters of balls. You have the option to kind of change the colors around, or the tornado just jumbles them all up. But it's not really necessary considering they don't give you a whole lot of colors to click on, so you don't really need to switch them around too much. So failure is an option in this game. That seems to be the one revolution that we have, and I don't really like it because when I'm playing a match 3, I want to relax. I don't want to have to worry about failing. In our second level, we have to draw a line to eliminate our 3 or more items, and it seems easy enough, but it seems like it's not fuzzy enough. I wish the line was a little bit stickier, kinda. I don't know how to explain it, but if things move while you're trying to draw it, or you kind of go out of bounds a little bit, you get a failure, and you get penalized for your failure. So that's not really cool with me. This is kind of like an anti-puzzle bobble or bust a move type level where you actually drop things to match and destroy it. And whoa, what's going on here? I have made it on the world ranking. This sure looks familiar. Where have I seen something like that? Oh yeah, Tompy Jones, where I still hold the world record of 19th place. And level 3 happens to actually be a Tompy Jones pinball machine, because if you haven't figured it out yet, it is the same developer. And wouldn't you guess it, I, in fact, am world ranked on that level too. I am a pinball wizard, everybody. Check it out. The Rolling Balls Melody. Didn't have a title screen, so we have to go straight into the game. As you can see, it's got 4 balls, and we got 2 going right now. And now we're down to 1. One person doing their ball thing. Everyone's got to gather around the keyboard, same keyboard, to play this local co-op game. I actually was playing both balls because I found I was having more success by trying to play 2 balls at once. because I would usually end up dying when I got to around plank 20, but if I was playing two balls, I found I had a little bit additional luck because I had another ball right behind the other ball, or sometimes I would have both the balls on the same plank, but I just had a little bit extra luck. This is usually the point where I start to die because it seems to go a little faster and the planks get a little thinner. It's a game where you kind of put music into the playlist and it'll pick a song from there at random. You don't get to select it, it'll randomly pick it, and you can only add songs one at a time, which is a big pain in the butt. The window was originally really tall and skinny, but after a bunch of jiggling of the settings, I got it to not be stupid. It's muted because I don't want my video to be flagged, but the song I am playing is Tragic by Ogre, if you are interested in that. Yeah, I think this is my best playthrough here, and pretty amazing that I got this far. I found that skipping the plank in between was really the best way because otherwise I'd die. Penny, being the spoiled teenager that she is, she often stops my gaming sessions because she needs to be tucked into bed. So I thought I would end this video by showing you the ritual of Penny being tucked into her bed in our closet. Get your butt in. Get your butt in.